To another installment of Limpsync tips and tricks videos. Hey, today I want to talk with you about Super Studio settings and how you can sound better. I've done one or two videos like this in the past, but I think we're due kind of for an update and a refresher. And a lot of you guys haven't seen those other videos, and I've accumulated more experience since then as well. So I wanted to share some of that experience with you. And actually what got me, or what prompted me to do this video today were some recent joins that I had from friends on like love songs and stuff like that. And I was noticing that the room effect, which is one of the settings in Super Studio. As you know, Super Studio, which is probably the most powerful setting, and it's probably used by most of the better, more experienced singers here, in my experience, has two settings. So Super Studio has reverb, which is the one on top, which kind of gives you a more resonance to your voice itself. And then there's the room effect on the bottom, and that room effect is it's the room size, basically. It could be as intimate as 0, which is a very tiny room, almost no room in a sense. It's in a sense, it's sort of you and the other person, or it could be as high as 100 or something, which is like a not even an arena. It's actually just a really high echo, and big arena sounds are like 70s and stuff like that. Depeche Mode is like 80s and high 70s, stuff like that. So what got me prompted to do the video today were some recent joins on songs, not specifically this song, but songs like You Are the Reason. And You Are the Reason is an example of tens of thousands of songs out there, all different countries and languages that are very intimate. So, and I want to talk to you about, what do I mean about intimate? Well, all love songs are intimate. Well, not really. Some love songs are meant to have a larger room sizes. Some, like, for example, Bryan Adams, his love songs tend to be, like in a room effect of 50s, 60s, maybe even like low 70s, to achieve that kind of amphitheater sound that he does on some of his. And of course, love songs in like Phantom and stuff, but those are a little bit different. Those are more opera, and again, those are more theatrical and theater size and opera house size. So the reverb or the room effect will be again maybe higher, maybe in the 50s and 60s. But for more intimate love songs, people often think that, just because love songs are love songs, that you should have more echo. In a sense, like concealant, right? When you're doing your makeup or something. But really, it's actually not true. You can actually detract or take away from the beauty of a love song by having too much room effect. So on a more intimate love song, and just to use a random example, like You Are the Reason, it's often cool to dial it down. It's counterintuitive. People think, what? I'm going to sound so naked. My voice is going to sound so naked. But in reality, it sounds more intimate and proximal, meaning, it's like a special message that you're giving your lover or the one you love, or kind of a reflection, reflections of your mind, it's something that's a smaller room size in a sense. Again, certain love songs. So just keep that in mind. Now, I keep all of my songs on a spreadsheet. Yeah, I keep all of the effects. And I'm going to show you this because you're not going to believe it. So there's my spreadsheet. I don't know how much, I can't really see what you're seeing, so, but I'm just going to flip it around. But anyway, it just has different songs here. Then it has this column for this column here actually is what effect I use. And these are not alphabetized, okay? So they're just random as I enter. I have hundreds, or I don't know, maybe 1,000, or I don't even know what I have in here. We're going all the way down, 600, 700, and hundreds of them I just forgot to save or whatever. So for example, like Forever and One, I just did with my cool friend Janine. I was like, oh, that came out kind of nice. So I entered SS. And why do I enter these? Why? It's because because setting these can be a pain in the ass. You know that. You know that after you have sung, a lot of times people sing when they're tired after work or whatever. And even if they're not, after you've finished a performance, you can feel drained sometimes. Whether it's emotionally or just having followed the lyrics or trying to follow the other person, it can be sometimes draining. And the last thing you want to do is dial in the effects, because that can take 5 minutes. Combinations and permutations of the reverb and the room effect and the volume. It's a fucking nightmare. I'll be honest. I have a lot of experience. So that's why I save them. When I find a nice configuration, what I call configuration, I save it onto the spreadsheet. So in the first column, I'll have like SS means, okay, like on the Forever One with SS means it was Super Studio, okay? And another one I did with Janine also, I call her Triple M, which is, she's my muse. I did also Super Studio, and that was 43, which means that was the room, that was the reverb. 65 was the room effect, because there was high echo, right? And then the minus 8.1 was the volume. Now guys, critical also, volumes. Always dial them down. Almost never do you leave the volume set at 0. Almost never do you leave the volume set at 0. It's usually dialed way down, at least minus 2.5, but more like minus, I'm looking at my spreadsheet, like minus 8. And lately I'm going all the way down to like minus 11. Never dial up. That's it, guys. So thanks so much for listening. I know this will help you a lot. I didn't get to touch on a lot of things, but I hope you had a good time and learned a lot.